Good morning, my friends. How are you? So, I want to tell you about a couple experiences I've had recently, and kind of tie them into World Alzheimer's Day. So, the first is last week I brought my father to the doctors, and he had an earache, and he's getting over an ear infection from before, and whatever. And going to the doctors is kind of tough sometimes because we're masked. He's hard of hearing. He's the kind of person who doesn't like to um, talk about what feels bad, right? So, anyways, but as we're standing there, he says to me, "Oh, you know, this fall, I really am starting to feel the leaves falling off of my tree." And I kind of just paused and I said, "Oh my gosh, like what a beautiful way to describe how we feel when we start to lose things, right?" So, whether it's memory or hearing or whatever, is the leaves are falling off of my tree. So, fast forward till this morning, and I pull into my office, and it's still kind of dark out. And I look around the office, and it's kind of surrounded by, on one side, trees. And then, in the back, it's like brush and trees. And on the side, it's like there's a little bit. And my two brothers had, to surprise me, I guess, had cleaned it all up and cut down and clipped down and mowed and made everything look beautiful. Actually, probably the best it's ever looked. And and I thought to myself, wow, like that was just such an amazing touch for me. And I was just so grateful to both of them. Uh, and and I have, and one of those brothers has dementia, and is getting a little bit of dementia or a little bit more, and we're trying to work, as a family with helping, and kind of really appalled, honestly, about the progression and what our medical community does for this disease. So, I mean, it's shocking. And again, if you guys know me, you know that if I have a bone, and I'm like a dog with a bone when I'm trying to find something out, when I'm trying to research it. And research is something that I love doing. And every time I go down this Alzheimer's path, I am just stunned by where we're at as far as the medical community and a country at large, really. So anyway, today is World Alzheimer's Day, and September is Alzheimer's month. And I encourage you to learn more and start to be active on this. And you know, I want to tell one more story. So yesterday I was teaching this beach yoga class for a conference, and when we were there, and we're outside, and it's at a beach. It's beautiful. It's overlooking the gorgeous water. It's like on the beach. It was just like extraordinary on how beautiful it was. And as we're doing our stretches, there's a time when we get into the warrior pose that I will say, like, open your hands up and connect to your source or your higher power, and just take a moment in gratitude. Right. So I'm sitting there, and I've got my hands open in my warrior, and talking about just opening yourself up for gratitude. And again, I make it very watered down on any sort of version, so I don't not so as not to offend anyone. And one of the people taking the class said, "If we're in yoga, are we going to miss breakfast?" And I thought to myself, like, I just nudged her into a spot of discomfort. And so she's responding by like trying to get out, trying to escape. Right. And for me, sometimes that's how I feel talking about Alzheimer's. I'm like, this feels uncomfortable. It's, the word, like is there's been a stigma attached to it, and there's fear surrounding it, and then there's also an orb of sadness, because there's not a lot you can do about it. So, my friends, today on our touch day of our rituals, I'm going to do an ask. And I ask that you just Google World Alzheimer's Day, and think about those people whose leaves are falling off of their tree. And think about the the things that maybe we can do together to help. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more bold in my discussions on this, because I really feel like it's going to take an army. It's going to take a village, right, to have some change in this. And so, you know what? Let's start now. Let's start here. All right. Thank you so much. Happy World Alzheimer's Day. And please comment if you have any suggestions for our group here, for our tribe, about what's been helpful for you. Maggie, if you're watching, I know you're doing a walk. Let us know how we can support you. Let's do this, guys. Thanks so much.